Yooosin. What's up, guys? We're here. This is it. This is number 6. This is the end of season 1 of our Blair Witch content, Hunt a Killer. And you know what? It's Halloween Horror Month, guys.
Look at all these boxes, you guys. Look at the adventure we went through so far.
Yeah. I don't even remember who the characters. We got Rosemary. We got Leon.
I was gonna say, we've been
Skunk.
I was gonna call him something else, but I'm glad that you said that.
Yep. We already opened up everything. We got it all out. We're good to go.
We're ready to start this.
You know, I'll.
Okay, so I don't know what you guys got over there. We didn't really fully look at all of it. This looks like 3 pages out of a journal that it looks like, Brandon, we might need your decoding for some of this.
Oh, I got the decoder right here, so we're good to go.
Everything that we've ever decoded. What do you guys got?
All right, well, I'll hop right in. I got the letter from Anthony. Anthony's speaking to us because what happened? Rosemary is in the zone or something, right?
Oh yeah, she went looking for
disappeared.
Oh yeah.
All right, well, we got a letter from the Burkittsville History Museum. Hello, investigator. I don't know how much longer I can keep this up. Rosemary and the boys are still nowhere to be found, and being involved in the search has me constantly looking over my shoulder and feeling as though I'm on the verge of a nervous breakdown. I have no idea how you managed to keep this up for so long, but I'm getting off track. There's been a development. Somebody uploaded a new file to Rosemary's website. Based on the site's permissions, it must have been sent from Rosemary's phone. However, the file is password protected, and I haven't been able to access it. I put in every password possible I could think of. Then I tried to answer the security question to bypass the password protection, but I had no luck there either. It was a very strange question. I'd completely run out of ideas on what to do when Tank showed up, scratching at my doorstep, half-starved and matted in dirt. Tank, dude.
Dude,
the dog.
Starved, dude.
That hurt
Dude, that's the fucking boy.
Tank barely recognized me. He growled at me like I might hurt him at first, but eventually he seemed to remember who I was. When I finally thought he'd calmed down, he just took off like he was chasing a squirrel. I followed him from my front porch all the way to the edge of the woods, but he stopped right before the border. It wasn't like he was afraid, though. He just wanted me to follow him. I must have stood there for 15 minutes before I had the courage to finally do it. I think the only reason I did it was because it was broad daylight. Tank led me to this old white tree stump. It's always the white tree stump, dude. There's something going on there.
In the first map.
In the center of a hollow of trees. Rosemary told me about this place. It was where she and Hudson would leave notes for one another as teenagers. The stump was hollowed out just like she mentioned it was. But most of the notes inside of it seemed to have been put there recently, along with a letter and a pendant that seemed to have come straight from Carver. But that can't cause us to lose hope entirely, because another of the more recent looking notes was written by Rosemary herself. I'm sending you everything I found on the stump. Based on what Rosemary wrote, it sounded like she knows that there are still people out there looking for her, and she's trying to leave them as much of a trail as she can. The items and papers that were hidden on the stump all seem to be about the Kent family, although I doubt that Rosemary put all of them there herself. I don't want to dwell on who did put them there, because whatever answer I come up with likely will cause me to experience a full-blown panic attack. The important thing is to focus on perhaps the answer to the security question is hiding somewhere within those documents. If you can answer the security question on the lock file at kentcase.com, you can unlock the file, blah, blah, blah. Counting on you, Anthony.
Okay, flat out.
Yeah, so our goal is to answer a security question.
So I'm going to look that up, but that automatically, what we know from playing this, we literally did not need any of the information from the head letter besides the end. So once we find out what the security question is, that's all we should keep in mind, because
we always get off track.
No, we really do that. We found out everything else, all the lore, and then we're like, wait, what was the actual end game? We're like, what's the goal? What were we looking for?
So let me get into it.
It's so wrapped in the story.
And we'll see how...
All right,
let's jump to the next thing.
Okay, so our goal for this episode is we have to get the password that gets us into this video on the website, and it's he won her this creature, which proved to be the sum of its parts.
So we're looking for answers to these questions.
So,
okay, so
I think we're looking for an animal, personally, and I'm just gonna say that. And I'm gonna put my phone in my pocket.
What did it say? Some of the parts? What did it say?
He won her this creature.
Yeah, there's 6. Isn't there a fucking?
So we got a postcard, Black Hills Forest, full of many stories.
He wanted this creature, which proved to be the sum of its parts.
Well, there's 4 of them right there.
We got a written message from Anthony.
Maybe we just have to find out which one it is then.
Every time something horrible happens, people come to exploit. That's nothing.
And then what do we even have over here? We didn't even get to see it all.
We got. There's a note written in. It looks like
duck,
an angle, and it's on 2 of these. Dude, we got a picture
with no face.
That's the fam, and that's Tank.
Yeah, we got a picture of the family. It looks like.
Dude, you can actually see what
blurred
Tank
out
looks like in real
kids'
life.
faces. Dad's blurred out. Rosemary's partially blurred out, and then we got Tank.
Dude, Tank.
He looks like a good guy. You know,
and then we only got like illustrations of him in like journals.
He's got 2 different colored eyes.
Yeah, he does, dude. He's a good looking ass.
That's a good doggo.
What does it say on the back? They said something on the back.
It says Tank.
It says Tank's a good doggo.
We got.
It's
like a message. Written.
What is it? Decrypted?
I bet you any money. Look at this.
Oh yeah, you're.
Oh, they all.
Where's
there's
another
a few things
one?
that have circles like that. Okay, we'll have to show.
Can
what the hell?
It's backwards.
Yeah, we'll have to show the.
It's backwards.
Wait, is it backwards?
Can.
Is there more than one, or is there only
Can.
2? Oh, here's one.
It's not backwards. There's. I don't know.
There is.
I'm gonna have to work on that. Is there a
There's
third
one?
Every time something horrible happens, people come to exploit the story, Anthony. That's written on the back of this.
Well, how do you even know what it says? It's not. You got to decrypt.
I'm gonna have to work on that.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I
You know
see
what?
what
Well,
you're
don't
saying.
you-
How it looks like a sentence, but
Look at that. It
Oh, is that it?
perfectly.
No, you know what that is? You know how they've like scrambled up words and just scrambled letters up?
Yeah.
They're all real words. We just have to decipher which.
yeah, I normally sometimes they do the letters that are different letters, and sometimes they just scramble the word and shit. You know?
I think that there's. I mean, it's all English letters.
Okay, all right. So then, all right. At least we've seen that. We can find out what that is while Brandon decrypts that.
Yeah,
Don't you
I'll
have
work
something
on
to do
this.
with
You guys start reading. You
All right,
guys got code.
that? I have code on this little journal pages. You look like you have 3 pages over there. So
I got code, but not too much.
so you want me to go in or you go in?
You can go in.
I can go in. All right. Because this there's 2 pages here. There is no 1 and 2. So I'm just gonna start reading.
It's time to.
This at least looks like the start of something. I think.
Don't forget,
Alright.
he's got one of your pages too.
It doesn't say who it's from or nothing. It just looks like it's out of a journal and it looks like it's beat up.
Yeah,
Alright.
I got something of yours too.
Oh,
I feel like
this
that's
is
the
one?
last page. 'cause
Oh,
nothing
there's
on
still
the
no
back
1,
of it,
2,
though.
3 though. There's no like there's not like a right page to start on. So I saw what I thought might have been another person at first. Someone wearing all white. Someone else lost in the woods. Then it came closer, and I saw that it was something with flesh, the color of maggots, and barely any meat on its bones. Its skin was twitching and writhing as though it was full of insects. I tried to hide behind some trees, holding my breath in case it heard me. Then it slowly turned towards my direction, and I saw that it didn't have a face. It started walking towards me and then running. I was so afraid that I couldn't move. I just scrunched my eyes closed and thought, this can't be it.
I think I'm
And
getting
then-
something here.
What are we got? Oh. And when I didn't feel any pain for a long moment, I opened my eyes and realized that I was curled up in my tent. I must
These are
have dreamed
words
it.
scrambled.
Although I don't remember falling asleep or even setting up the tent. And then there's a 5-letter thingy that you're going to have to figure out probably be. I woke up in the middle of the night to the sensation of hands around my neck. But of course there was no one there. Well, goddamn. Still, my neck hurt, and I used the camera on my phone to take a look at it. There are 2 handprint-shaped bruises circling my neck. Even now, hours later, they're throbbing in pain. It hurts to call out for Tristan and Liam, but that's not going to stop me. Dude, this is like Mom of the Year, dude. I thought the sun was going to come up. I had hoped for just a second. I was sleeping, not that I knew what time it was, only that I was tired and had to lie down for a minute. And then I opened my eyes, there was light. It was a sunrise. I sat there for hours just staring at it, hoping, praying the sun would find the strength to rise. But it sunk back down, swallowed up by the endless canopy of trees. And then there's more for you, Brandon. I think I moved past fear somehow. I'm seeing the stick figures, I'm hearing things all around me, and I'm noticing my heart isn't pounding. How I can't feel the blood rushing into my ears anymore. Now I hear things in the night, and I scream back at them. Dude. She's going nuts out there, boys. I'm gonna start on this side, I think. I followed the light of the fire for hours and hours until I got close enough to see the fire itself in the distance, with 3 figures standing around it. I would know Liam and Tristan a mile away. Wishful thinking or maybe nostalgia almost tempted me to think that the third silhouette was Hud at first. It used to be such a familiar sight, the three of them together, but the third silhouette could only have been Carver. I don't know what I expected, thinking about Carver all this time and not actually seeing him, but he was just a regular person, just a man, with a face that was caked in mud and eyes that reflected the firelight. I thought that was it, that it was finally time to confront Carver once and for all, but as I started to get close, the firelight changed. It got brighter and brighter the closer I got. It was loud and violent, angry, and the three of them just sat there staring into the fire as the light got so bright that I couldn't see them at all anymore. And then it snapped off like someone flipped a switch. When I could see again, I was there alone, in the dark, by myself. I don't know how long I sat there calling into the dark. He got away from me this time, but I was there, looking right at him, and he didn't even know it. Was this how he felt when he was watching me and the boys? Like an animal circling its prey? Ooh.
Pretty much got this done, but I can't figure out one word. It's a message from Rosemary, I think.
Well, that might even... I don't know if that's going to say something or if that fills in these spots at all, but we'll have to figure out what that is. There's no direction anymore. I tried to mark trees so I'd know where I had been. I drew big X's so that I wouldn't be able to miss them. At first it seemed to be working. I seemed to be going in a new direction. No marks on any trees. But then out of nowhere, every tree was marked. Every single goddamn tree was marked with mine and Hud's initials. It was like when we left our mark on the tree when we were kids. Dude, that's fucking crazy. There's like
gosh.
4 more things for you, Brandon. I hear children, but they're not mine. And then there's more coding. Someone screaming in the dark, a man, calling out for help. The voice is familiar, but I can't quite place it. With more coding. The screaming hasn't stopped, but I think I recognize who it's coming from now. I think it's the old sheriff, Lanning. Wes Lanning's Uncle Emmett. I remember him visiting my school when I was a kid, talking about stranger danger. He can't really be out here. I must be hearing things. With more coding. I tried to find the source of the screaming. It got louder and louder, calling for help over and over until it finally turned into wordless howls of pain. And then there was silence. I'm alone again. Damn. And that's the end of that one. Which is this the one
That's
I
the
haven't
one
read
that
yet?
the code.
Okay. This is a one-sided
What is
one.
that word? If it's a word scramble, what is that word?
Alright, I'm going in.
Ooh, we got a diet. What's this?
Yeah, I got bored when you were reading. I'm sorry.
You're just trying to
Little.
I found the stump, the spot where Hud and I used to leave each other notes. It's the place where we used to meet. The hours we spent here were some of the happiest I ever had. Even this place I shared with my husband has been tainted now. This goddamn forest is taking everything from me. Some of the stuff shouldn't even be here. When I think about it, though, I should have expected one more insult from this forest. Tristan's birth announcement. God, this place is taunting me. Carver's taunting me. Dude, they make these sketchy as hell. But I'm going to be the one. I'm going to be the one to win in the end. I have to be. As difficult as it is to maintain hope, I can't entertain any other possibility right now. There's no point in writing any of this down to try to account for what's real and what's a nightmare, because it doesn't really matter. I'm going to leave these journal pages here. Maybe someday somebody will find them. I'm going to keep searching, keep looking for my boys. I'm not leaving these woods without them. God, I hope someone finds this. If someone does, if someone is actually reading this, don't come in here. Not if my boys somehow make it out. If they get out and I'm still in here, don't come get me. You'll only get lost too. That's fucking some shit, boys. Yeah, so notes, those are pretty sketchy. But you got something else for us to read over there, Johnny?
Yeah, this one's got a decent line of code, so I'm going to read this and give it to B. So it's the code. And then it says, Rosemary actually believes she can finish this herself. Little does she know that it's been over for years. Yes.
Weren't these ones from
No, it sounds
Carver,
like talking,
right?
Yeah, it doesn't sound. It doesn't
or
sound
Hud, Carver, Hud, something like that? The black or the brown nose?
I would say this is from Carver. Little does she know it's been over for years. Her family made their mark and it sealed their fate. The one I obey has her hands wrapped tightly around them ever since. I act as her hands. The rifle shoots where the hunter points. The axe obeys the woodsman. What she wants will be done. A tree falls in the woods. She marks where it lands. An offer extended lures in the last child. A visit at the window secures the fresh bait. A martyr is made, screaming into the empty night. Torn, wrenched apart, hacked to bits, carved. This is where it has led us. We've stitched them back together. You helped me seed the forest soil with lost souls. I can nearly see the sun rising above the trees. A new day might finally come. For me, the first in years. My work is finally finished. You don't understand, not yet, but you will. Noticed as I was reading it, can you see that? Some of these letters are lighter, like randomly, like that.
Oh, yeah, like the ink
Is that another code?
I think on top of the code on the top,
You
you got
finished
another
this?
thing. Yeah, that's it.
Well, I think I finished this, but there's also something about skunk on the back of this, so I'll let you finish it. But
it's
these
like
were
an ad in
just
the paper?
jumbled letters, and it comes out to, I can feel Liam near me. I can almost hear him. I think he's saying it's time to rest, but I can't give up.
That is super
He's
sad.
saying that's
Yeah,
awfully
yeah.
sad.
That is super, super sad.
It is.
So, John, you got something else, and now I got something. So you going in or me?
Mine looks longer, so why don't
want
you
me to go in? Alright, this looks like something cut out of a newspaper with an ad on the back. The ad on the back is, looks like a gun shop or something like that. And then Burkittsville Town Bugle. Local newborn nearly hits the trials by Aubrey Bird staff. Lifelong Burkittsville resident Rosemary Kent entered into labor 2 months early while taking a scenic stroll through the Black Hills Forest with her husband Saturday. The Kents have made a habit of taking a light walk every day just to get out of the house, according to the father. I remember catching a glimpse of our initials carved high up in a tree inside of a heart, which I know we did as teenagers, Rosemary Kent said. Only this looked fresh. It was still bleeding dark sap. Then I felt a chill go down my spine, and I knew that Tristan was going to be born that day, and if we didn't get moving, it would happen right there in that forest. Ken reflected with a smile, and she held the newborn Tristan in despite his premature birth. Doctors said Tristan Kent was in great health, although his ecstatic parents were supposed to note that he didn't even cry. What can I say? Besides that, I'm glad we made it out in time and got Rosie and the baby to the hospital, Hudson Kent said. I can't imagine anything worse than being stuck in the forest with a medical emergency to worry about, let alone when there's a kid involved. Tristan will be kept in the hospital under observation for a few days before being sent home to join his adoring family, according to Rosemary Kent. So
That boy
literally wanted to come out in the forest, and then they had to dip out to the hospital. Just want to say, I think he's speaking to us now. This message is for you, investigator.
Oh, you got.
Ooh, I'm not finished,
the
but
other ones. That's.
Oh, so he's trying to fight about it.
He's realized that we
More about
deciphered the code. Now he's speaking to us in the code. Like a
He
little
thinks he's
smart
cold.
ass.
Alright, yeah. He thinks he's cold as ice. Alright.
So was that skunk?
Yeah, that child's a demon. It was born in those woods.
Well, it wanted to be.
It didn't cry.
It didn't cry, but she was going into labor right in the woods and said they had to dip out because.
That's something to think about.
Yeah.
You know, when you're like.
She said
someone's
if they didn't dip out, then she would have had the kid in the woods.
You know, when someone's having a kid and they're like, yeah, I just hope he's not like a crying baby, like a loud baby.
Mhm.
But then your kid comes out and just.
And you're like, maybe
That's
we
something.
wanted it to cry.
Yeah.
Now it's worse, right?
You gotta rather have a kid cry.
I'm almost done with the...
Should we give you 2 seconds or should we start reading?
This message is for you, investigator. In fact, both of them are.
So both messages. So we have 2 messages for us?
Or maybe you were onto something with the letters? What's the second one that he sent us?
I don't know. I just know there's a lot of letters that are different colors. Have fun.
What even about like this? Oh, is that just an effort?
Oh, look at this. That's clear.
Yeah, you can hold it up with the lights in the studio right here. You can kind of tell which letters. All these A's, or no, not all of them, but you get the idea. But yeah, you can definitely see it the ink's light.
Oh, wow. There's more reading than I thought there was. Okay, I'm just gonna...
Yeah, you
Have fun. You're just gonna go right in, Johnny?
Thanks, yeah.
Alright,
this
I'm here
is
to
my
listen,
favorite
baby.
part of the series. Rosemary, you've been on my mind all day.
Oh.
I was barely able to focus in class. I've been thinking about asking you to the festival in a few weeks, but there's no way in a million years that I'll ever be able to summon the courage. Why are you writing this letter then? Still, I can't help but imagine us on top of the Ferris wheel kissing and holding hands.
Ooh, He said kissing.
I imagine that it's just the two of us looking down on the town and the sea of trees beyond it. Instead, I'm out here all alone in that sea of trees, right by where those college students supposedly went missing a while back, and that poor little boy, too. You know, there's a bloodstain on the tree trunk I'm sitting next to right now. It's mine, from a time I must have gotten a wicked splinter or something without noticing, and it's almost perfectly in the shape of my hand. Even though I could have sworn that I didn't bleed nearly that much when I got cut, I can press my own palm against it and it almost feels warm. That's how lonely and pathetic I am. I've been reduced to holding hands with a tree. Same, brother, same. I've been out here since sunrise, and I guarantee that when I get back home in a few hours, the only thing my parents will care about is whether or not I track mud into the house, and not that I've been hanging out in the murder forest for weeks, playing hooky and writing down my daydreams about a girl who barely knows I exist. You know, like a total creep. God, I am lame. You're never going to see this because there's no way in hell I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to shove this letter all the way back of the hollow of this tree and shove any thought of you all the way in the back of my mind. HUD.
I definitely thought you were going to say shove it all the way up your
Stop. Stop now. I gotta bleep that.
I just thought that shit was so funny. Alright.
This is content for family, okay? Enough of you today. That's enough. This is a love story, sir.
I love it. Alright, keep going.
Alright, this is from the 10th. This looks like, this is Rosemary too, HUD. HUD, even though the walk was long and even though I got more than a few cuts and bruises on the way, I'm very glad that I insisted you bring me to the hollow yesterday and that you let me bully you into showing me the note that you wrote. I know that you go out there pretty often, even though I can't for the life of me understand why. So I hope you'll find this note in the next few days. I'm about to sneak out on my own to hide it inside the stump right next to the first one. Things have been tough at home lately. Jess has been a total mess lately, and my parents seem to think that ignoring the fact that she's a total mess will make her less of one, when it's having the opposite effect. This might sound silly, but I kind of been blaming this place for all of my family's problems, even though I don't believe in any of the stories. Like, not even a little bit. But still, some part of them must have gotten to me without even realizing it. I mean, after all, I've sure as hell been avoiding the woods up until now. But coming out here with you took away some of the mystique. A place is whatever you make of it, and if you've made this place a safe haven for me over the past few... Oh, and you have made this a safe haven. Sorry, this font's really weird. This is all to say thanks for the note. It was good for me to read in a lot of ways. This is me returning the favor. Yes, HUD, you are very lame, but you're at least 3 times as cute as you are lame, Rosemary.
I just want to say I'm on it with the codes today. If you put all the letters down that are in gray, kind of puts a word, like a big long run-on sentence together, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is this one?
I did what she asked. Now, I made like here, yes, it didn't make sense, so I put her eyes are on you.
Yeah, I think that makes more sense.
More sense.
Then
Whose eyes are on
now
us?
the Blair Witch, homie.
I'm sorry.
Alright, let's get more into
Code
this.
here?
He said who's
Is
that?
there?
He said the Blair.
I don't think so. I think it's just on this one and this one.
There's all the journal pages too. I'm sure. I don't know if you got those going too. I don't know how you can figure those out.
I don't think there is code on them.
No, you know what I'm saying. There's just the empty spots. There's
There
not
is,
coding you have
but
to
like
figure
there
out,
is
there's
no
empty
like
spots.
indication what a
Yeah,
code.
there's
Like
no
look
way
at
to like
this.
figure it out.
This is the code for me to work on, dude.
No, for sure.
Then there's actually a way
Excuse
of
me,
translation.
YouTube, the love story of the century is going on
Yeah,
right
no,
now.
use this right,
And
use
the
this
people
right,
at home
use
would
this
like to hear it.
I just made that.
Okay.
Yeah, but like look,
Yeah.
where?
Yeah,
It's
I
just
get
like a
it.
separator.
I get it. I'm just saying, like
Love.
love.
October 12th. I've been having the same nightmare every night for weeks about something huge and formless coming down from the sky and swallowing me up. I wake up and go about my day, but I can never shake the need to glance up at the sky and make sure I'm safe. Except when I'm with you. This is cheesy. When we're together, I
That's
forget
the
about
code?
that dream entirely. Well, you
The
know,
code looks familiar.
and all the other. Yeah, it's the same code that's in every one.
No,
It's
it's
the same
not.
type
That's
of
like the original code.
Oh,
dude.
you're going back a few boxes.
You can keep going.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I wake up and go about my day, but I can never shake it. Oh yeah, here we go.
This code.
When we're together, I forget that dream entirely. I know I'm safe when we're together. You bring me peace, Rosemary. I want to be able to bring peace to you too. October 15th. You do, Hud.
Write it
You
down.
do. No
Okay.
one. I'm gonna kill you.
I'm listening, Poppy.
You do, Hud. You do. No one's ever made my heart beat like this. No one's ever made my words stick in my throat like you do. Even though it's cold out, even though the wind makes the dry leaves and twigs on the trees rattle like bones. When I think about you, I only think of summer and life and light. Sometimes I can't help but wonder what it would be like if sometime in the spring we stayed out here late into the night and watched the stars. Just think about waking up next to each other in the morning when the sun shines through the leaves.
Ooh.
I know we couldn't actually go through with it, but I like to picture it nonetheless. October 17th. I'll watch the stars with you anytime and almost anywhere. Not here, but anywhere else. This is my HUD voice, by the way. Anywhere is. My mom always tells me that love is hard work, but falling for you was so easy, like magic. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me. My protection against everyone and everything else in this town. And there's code at the bottom.
Alright, I'll start. You wanna fix up the nice stack?
Yeah, no, that's
October 29th.
Oh, you got.
I got a little bit
Hey,
more.
man, get in there.
Oh, I think this is going to be an easy one. Because it says with love and then I think it's someone's name. I'm sorry. It's been so long since I've replied. My parents have been keeping a close eye on me since they saw us holding hands at the festival. That's so lame. They were just holding hands. Come on. My dad isn't as awful as he seemed, I promise. That present you won me is so great to play around with.
what?
What, remind me again, what was the
The goal
What, yeah.
is
The creature.
We need an animal.
The creature he won her. What was the second part? Because I feel like this is what we need.
no. It wasn't the
Pull
creature.
it
he
up.
won?
Pull it back up.
It was the creature. I don't think it was the creature he won. It wasn't it? I didn't actually read it though. You just told me.
Oh great, I don't have service.
Some of its parts. Some of its parts.
There we go. So he won her this creature, which proved to be the sum of its parts.
Okay, well, he won something.
I feel like the second half is just to throw you off. I don't know what some of the parts. That sounds.
Some of
What
its
else-
parts.
what else does
Some
the
of
paper
its
say?
parts.
Was that the rest of what was on the page?
Some of its parts.
Light reveals the hidden creature. They got us doing all this bullshit.
We got
reading.
tons of light up in here. We got light fucking
Well,
all over the
hold
studio.
on. Let me finish this
Does this
paragraph.
look like anything to you?
I've been acting out the little scenes between the animals like a kid and slotting them together and taking them apart over and over
That's
again.
not fucking obvious.
Wait,
I
oh,
feel
you-
like the animals form a whole new creature when they're together.
So, and it says it light. So use one of the studio lights and
Are
try
these
to
in
see
the right spots?
what that.
Yeah, I mean, unless this is... I
check
think
it from
I'm
the
wrong.
side and then check it.
This, I feel like, kind of is coming out to something when you look at it.
No, it's gotta be the other way,
this.
Hold on, let me see this. It's definitely trying to make something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you get it on the table maybe to reflect?
Oh yeah, hold on. Maybe. If my arm isn't...
Yeah, no.
Wait.
Let me help you out.
Is it like a
You
bear?
hold
Yeah.
it, and I'll try to...
Yeah, like no, go down onto this yellow. Put your light here. Yeah.
Oh, you're smart.
See
You're
if it
big
does.
brain.
Dude,
What is it?
that
That's
is-
a rabbit!
No, hey, no. Oh my god.
That is straight
I
up a
almost want to
rabbit.
bring the camera over here. How perfect a rabbit
No,
is.
we're gonna film this like somewhere
Yeah, this
better
is
so you
fucking
guys can
sick
see
as
it.
hell.
But
Oh
this
my
is
God.
a rabbit.
And if I bring it close, look at how big better it looks.
Oh yeah. When you bring it down, bring it
looks
down
so
a little
good.
bit. But yeah,
Yeah, it's a
dude,
dark
that's a
ass
rabbit.
Yeah,
So-
That's
dude,
wild.
Dude, it's a duck, a beaver, and what is
What
that?
did he win here? Did it say yet?
No, it just says the present you won me is great to play around with. I've been acting out the little scenes between the animals, like a kid, and slotting them together. Which
Dude,
those are
that
in
light
slots.
reveals the thing to that thing up
And
there.
then
Yeah, so
the
that
light
has
hit
to
reveals the
yeah.
Put it in.
It's
See-
too,
see
it's
rabbit
too,
is a
it's
thing.
too clear of a rabbit.
That's what I'm talking about with you, Hunt
It's
the
too
Killer. You have us do all this reading. This guy's over here deciphering codes, and you've got it literally
This
written
thing
right
is
here.
right
on
on
this
us, like,
paper.
are we being like hacked or
It's
something?
right in
Well,
front
they
of
know
your face.
because I'm a child. I'm not gonna look at what it says there. I see the things, and
You're
I
like
just want to put it
animals.
together. Yeah. All right. So rabbit or bunny?
I'm
gonna say rabbit.
Bunny rabbit.
But well, that's too much.
That's
now.
too many words.
Yeah.
She took. Oh, there's more questions.
So it was rabbit.
It is rabbit, but there's more
Okay,
questions.
so that's it. Okay, so what's the question now?
She took this name upon herself in secret, and it only proved her hubris.
We'll be back.
We'll be. I know, we gotta keep reading.
You fooled me once. Shame on me. Fool me twice. Fool me, won't fool me again. Alright, I guess we're gonna keep going through. So at the end of it, it says, with love, code.
Oh, that's the name, probably.
With love.
That's,
But there's more.
That's her name.
I never
for
knew
sure.
what I wanted before you know.
Find out what her name is. That's what that is.
Find out what
You're a genius.
Hud, hud, hud.
The next, so this one doesn't really have much on it, because this one's a lot of code too.
Okay.
I'm guessing what he is now deciphering is probably going to
The
be
answer for
the
this
answer
one.
for this.
Your.
The next time we meet out here, let's... I don't like how that ends.
Like, what'd you say now?
The next time we meet out here, let's...
Let's. That could go numerous
It's a
ways.
family show. It's a family show.
Okay, yeah, you're
Let's-
my.
Shh.
You got, what is it, Brandon?
You're my charm.
Oh, oh.
So
So is that what it's called?
With
Charm?
love, with love, with love.
Is there maybe the name is Charm?
You.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my charm. Your charm.
Your charm.
Your.
It's your charm.
Your.
Yeah, it's your charm.
Yeah, it's charm.
Your.
You already got a
Alright.
CH. It's charm.
So your charm is it?
We got more.
That was it?
But we got more questions.
What does it now say?
It's never ending.
Oh.
Her second child was mine from the moment she shuddered while her own bleeding heart loomed above her, emblazoned with these letters. What? Let me
Wait,
read that
repeat
again.
the
Baby
repeat
born
what
in the
hell you said?
forest.
Yeah, I know, but
Skunk.
I don't. Okay, but it's looking for letters, not what his name is. Her second child was mine from the moment she shuddered while her own bleeding heart loomed above her, emblazoned.
What's happening over there, John?
You read that.
I will read
it.
it.
Doesn't make sense to me.
What? This is a forgot your password?
That's what I'm saying. There's like
Her
security
second
questions.
child was mine from the moment she shuddered, while her own bleeding heart loomed above her, emblazoned with these letters. So what are the is there initials maybe that were put in the trees? What initials?
I remember catching a glimpse of
with these letters. What have been important letters?
The KENTS.
There's probably in the code, dude.
Hold on, boys. Hold on. The KENTS have made a habit of taking a light walk every day just to get out of the house, according to Father Hudson Kent. I remember catching a glimpse of our initials carved high up in a tree, inside of a heart, which
Yeah.
I knew we did as teenagers.
Yeah.
Her own
This-
bleeding heart loomed above her.
Only this looked fresh. It was still bleeding dark sap.
So then the initials are their initials then, right?
So Rosemary and Hud.
in HUD, is it HUD?
Ken.
HR,
Oh, Kent.
RH,
Yeah.
RC,
Rosemary
RK.
Kent, so RK and
But-
then HK.
Alright.
RK, HK. RK, HK.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Cause
Are they married at that time?
Oh!
I mean, the
well,
worst
shit,
thing
they're not.
the worst thing that can happen.
Yeah, they'll tell us no. Worst case scenario, we know the answers for the first two.
Invalid response, but I put a space. RK, HK. Invalid response.
Okay, so maybe I'm wrong then.
Let's
maybe.
Wait.
Yeah, we get the.
Wait, no. Rosemary and HUD. What if we just keep it simple, you know?
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it?
We don't need
RH?
RH.
RH?
Oh my
Is RH.
God.
Her firstborn. This is so much. This is the
Damn.
most locked down
Yeah,
account.
it really is.
Her firstborn
Liam.
whispered hoarse and barely heard, telling her this time, the only time in a timeless place.
I literally need you to do that one more time.
He did a message. No. I think he's saying it's time to rest.
Her firstborn whispered hoarse and barely heard, telling her this name, the only time in a timeless place.
So camera battery died. I'm telling you, I think it's this. Look, I can feel Liam near me. I can almost hear him. He's speaking lowly.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's saying it's time to rest.
Put rest.
Her firstborn whispered hoarse, lowly, barely heard, telling her this time to rest. This time, the only time in a timeless place. This is the only time they're talking about time. It's
Rest. Yeah, did
Alright, okay.
He said
Alright.
the only time in a timeless place.
The truth has been spelled out by the one who carves. He is finished, but I am not. Tell me, detective, on whom my sights are fixed. Didn't she,
Rosemary.
No, she said my sights are on
Me?
you.
No,
me.
no.
I did
Sights
what
are
she
on you.
asked. Now, her eyes are on you.
So on you.
Should we say me or
Dude,
you?
if we
You.
beat this without
Say-
reading everything.
Say
Say-
you.
You. She said you.
Yeah, but it's technically us.
Say you.
Invalid.
Us.
Pronouns, pal.
Pronouns.
And that's
It was us?
Yeah, and there's a
Wait,
video.
dude.
this time.
Oh, so there's not more to it?
We didn't even have to read all that.
Yeah, what was the last
Blair
one?
Witch,
What was-
man,
what was
trying
the
to
last thing
throw
you
us
read?
off. Didn't even have to do any of the
What
code.
have I been? Every single one of these. What have I said?
Wait, what was this? Is this the only thing you didn't read though? What's
You
this?
didn't even have to do the code.
Oh, this was just the last bit of code.
Yeah,
that's
they
on
wanted
the
us.
last piece of
We
paper.
were, I
Oh.
guess we had to read all of it.
Yeah, we did read.
We're getting better at these as we go.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got a little bit of information from each.
Season 2, we do start it this month as part of Halloween Horror
Halloween,
Month, so be
yeah.
on the lookout for that. But
Let's finish on season 1 strong.
yeah, we have a
Yeah.
video.
I was gonna say, dude, this.
It's in the forest. Dude, they always talk about rocks, like a pile of
I was gonna
rocks.
say, and there's all.
Circling back to this exact pile of stones. I can only hope that a search party will find them too. My phone's light is useless in this dark.
Is that Rosemary?
If this flashlight stops working before I find the boys, it might be over for me. But I know they're close. If I don't make it back, you can follow my trail based on this video. I keep seeing...
That's that little statue, the carving
That's
from the
Leo.
first one. That's the first one.
That was
Dude,
Liam's
don't we
carving.
have that in one of the boxes?
Yeah.
Is it staring at a tree?
No.
No, that's a carving of Rosemary.
Oh! That's a rocks. The rocks are knocked over.
I'm so scared that they're gonna pop out. It's getting
It's
loud.
getting louder.
You scared me doing that.
There's something there. Red shirt.
Oh, it's Tristan.
Trish, where are you?
That skunk?
Yeah.
Oh, she's just running around?
I'm scared.
Something's gonna pop out. Blair Witch. Carver.
No, it's a little.
The freak in the camera.
Dude.
Why did that scare me?
Like you get hacked in it.
Where'd he go?
Aww.
Somebody else staring at a tree.
Leo.
Oh,
Liam!
he turned.
Liam!
There's Blair Witch. Oh no, is she done? Is she staring at the tree?
Oh, is that what that is? I get it.
Oh, now the Blair Witch. Who's holding the camera?
That's the whole family staring at the tree. Boys, we gotta get to season 2. We gotta save this
Rosemary's
thing.
gone. Somebody picked
Yeah.
up the camera. It
Yeah, I was
freaked
gonna say,
out.
that's the fucking.
All we have left is Anthony and Tank.
Damn.
Those are our
That's
only
it.
allies left. The whole family's been taken.
So he kind of forced you to buy season 2.
Yeah, plot twist for the end of
you got to
season
get
1.
in there.
Are we getting put into the game?
Are we,
after
are
us now?
Don't look at trees.
I did get scared
Don't
during
look at
that.
trees.
I'm a little upset with myself that I jumped like that.
Yeah, right. No, I feel
Sucks,
it.
yeah.
They really make it really suspenseful though. The whole scene's black. You'll show them the video, but like,
I'm shook.
yeah, that was good. That was good. I'm glad that the series ended like in a good, not a good note in that way, but a good like it's still hype and you want to keep
Yeah.
going. Like, damn.
Wild. Well, we'll be back with season 2 as part of
Fun.
Halloween Horror Month. But if you guys have liked going along this journey with us on Blair Witch Hunt a Killer series,
We gotta We gotta finish it up for Tank, dude.
Yeah, we gotta help Tank out.
For
help our boy
Tank!
Anthony. But if you guys like this, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment, let us know if you like it, and be back with more stuff for you guys.
Yes, no.